Sniper Elite 3 takes place during World War II, with players taking on the role of Karl Fairborn, a one-man army equipped with a sniper rifle. Instead of the typical European location that is found in most World War II games, this installment takes place in Northern Africa. Those familiar with the previous volume of the series most likely remember the X-ray kill cam more than anything else. What was perhaps the most awesome feature is thankfully back with all of its gruesome detail. When you perform a kill shot, the camera will follow that bullet in slow motion to its destination, showing in X-ray vision the brutal effects of your blow, from severed kidneys to ruptured testicles. While this feature is amazing, it can get a bit repetitive as it occurs after nearly every single kill by default. Thankfully, the option to lower the frequency is present. Despite primarily being a game revolved around sniping, Karl has access to a large arsenal that will assist you in taking down enemies under any circumstance. A silenced pistol is available to stealthily kill opponents that are nearby, as well as trip mines that can be laid as traps for anyone attempting to ambush you. The game often promotes being stealthy, with what is called the relocation system. When you fire your rifle, naturally it will produce an alarmingly loud boom, alerting the enemies of your presence. Fire enough times and they will be able to pinpoint your exact location, causing the enemy to swarm you. With the relocation system, you are able to force the enemy in a way to forget your location by stealthily retreating to another spot. This allows the player to constantly have an active experience while still being stealthy. The problem with the system, however, is that it is incredibly easy to abuse. One can simply retreat to an area that was previously cleared of any threats, and the enemies will just forget that you exist. Apart from using silenced weapons and close-quarter takedowns, specific loud sounds can be used to mask your rifle's gunfire. For example, during one mission, there is a constant thunderstorm, which allows you to mow down Axis soldiers with impunity. A lot of the noisemakers don't feel loud enough though. The most common tool used in masking your gunshots is a broken generator, which makes only very slight sounds in-game. The exact mechanics behind sniping are dependent on the difficulty settings that you select. Under the most basic settings, you will simply have to aim your target towards the center of your crosshair, while with more advanced settings, you will need to account for your elevation relative to the target, as well as wind direction. While this sounds difficult to an almost impossible degree, it isn't, mostly due to being able to steady your breath. Doing so will slow down time as well as present a reticle showing the exact location of where your shot will land. Though honestly, this just made the game incredibly trivial. Another feature that makes the game a bit too easy is the radar, as it allows the player to very easily be wary of all nearby enemies, and even shows if they are cautious of his presence. Not only that, but it will also demonstrate where they are looking, and even if they are on the same elevation as you. When I had finally cleared Sniper Elite 3, I was a bit disheartened at how little of a challenge it was, due to all of the features that just made it way too easy, even when playing on the Sniper Elite difficulty level. However, my opinion of the game changed when I decided to give it another playthrough after discovering that you can customize the difficulty of the game. With this, you are able to disable the reticle that is present during steadied breathing, as well as remove all of the heads-up display, except for your ammo count. With these features removed, it felt a lot more like how I imagined the game was designed to be played. On a completely different note, and something that can't be helped, is the story. If you're looking for a decent story to any degree in a video game, look elsewhere, as here the story is present simply because it is expected to be.
I am an admirer of your work. We are the same. You and I.
Overall, Sniper Elite 3 is a good installment to the franchise. Players that aren't afraid of a little challenge look into tweaking the options for a much more enjoyable experience. If you're a person that enjoyed the previous entries, then you will more than likely have fun with this one as well. The campaign will take the average player around 6 to 7 hours to complete, and several more if they are looking to finish all the optional missions as well as find all of the collectibles.